There we go. Okay. Well, loving wife, that's really sweet of you to join the crew. You weirdo. You just gave money back to YouTube, silly girl. But thank you. Thank you for joining the crew. That means that, as part of the crew, you get to make some poll decisions when I do uh, poll stuff. I'm hoping to get those going. But hi, honey, I love you. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here, Vince. Good to see you. Just Push Print. Good to see you as well. Um, yeah. So anyway, tonight I'm going to get Klipper set up on that guy right there. Um, so I'm going to need to minimize that screen, bring this one up, make it full. Let's open up a new tab so we have something to work in. Just trying to get everything set up. I'm running a bit late. I know I said round 4:30, but you wanted to be cool. You just wanted the Maker My Nexus logo next to your name, and then you're already a mod, so your name is blue. But if you weren't, you'd be green, like Just Push Print. Just Push Print is a member as well. So thank you for that, good sir. And Vince is already a mod as well. Vince has been a mod for many, many years now on this channel. So even though this channel got rebranded to Maker My Nexus when it was DB3D, Vince was there. He was one of the OGs from back in the day. So, just like, of course, my loving wife. So, tonight's plan, though, is yesterday we got the sensor working, we got this thing homing in the right direction, everything is working. Now we're going to break it and install Klipper and then rebuild it again. But thankfully, Klipper is mostly software, quick saves, edits, and changes, and we're good to go. Right now, we need to make sure that, let me get into the menus here. Let me go into menu, network, and we've got our IP address now so that we can access it. So we get into this guy, make sure that I can get into it, which I can. We have to do some SSHing, so let's get ready for SSH. So we'll pull that over. I'm going to actually save this in here so I can save my config. Actually, I'll show you guys how to do this, just in case you're working with it and you want to know how to do this for yourself. I'll show you how to do this so you don't have these headaches going forward. So Just Push Print, I'm going to teach you how to do something if you don't know, and if you already knew, well, I'm going to teach you anyway. Not just you, but Vince, and my loving wife has already toned us out. She's just got me as background noise. Thorpe, you already know, so. You already know, though, Thorpe. I don't have to teach you. You know everything. I know you understand. But let me go ahead and flip screens here real quick. Let's go to my right screen. There we go. Now, what you'll notice is, this stuff's hard to see. And even for my bad eyes, this is all hard to see. So what we got to do is, I know my IP address, but I want to make some changes first. So we'll go into Appearance, which I can't make it any bigger right now. I'm sorry. Just know that under Window, under Appearance, you've got the font settings right here. You can go and hit Change. And then in this case, I'm going to leave it as Courier because I don't care about that part. But what I do want to do is bump up the font size. So I'm going to kick up my font size to 20, and I'm going to hit OK. Now I'm going to go back up here to Sessions. I'm going to put in the IP address. Once I got my IP address in, now I'm going to save this, and I'm going to save this as a Ender 5 Pro. And I'm going to save that. Now that it's saved, I'm going to double click on it, and notice the font is much larger and easier to see now. Rip printer. Need to learn how to rip the printer config from the Sonic pad. Save separate. Just Push Print, I don't have a Sonic pad, so I couldn't help you directly, but if you can SSH into the Sonic pad, if you have access to SSH in, or you have like Mainsail or something running, it's just a matter from there of just downloading the config file, which I don't have a Sonic pad. If somebody has an extra one floating around you're not doing anything with, and you want to send it my way, feel free to send it my way, and then I'll be able to work with it more and understand it better. But that's okay. That's okay. Back to this. Now we're going to go ahead and type Pi and raspberry because this is a Pi. It is set up. I've already got Klipper installed on here, guys. Just so you know, this device has already got Klipper installed on, but we got to build the firmware for the printer. Hey, Ron, what's up, brother? Good to see you. I'm glad you caught the stream finally as well. It's good to see you. Tonight I'm going to turn down my audio. I'm realizing I'm clipping out here a little bit. There we go. That should be better. Yeah, I'm not even, when I go into the red, when I get excited and talk aloud, it doesn't go past the red now. You can access all the files, but it just calls them all printer.config, and I haven't saved them yet as back to, oh yeah, you just got to grab the printer config, and then inside the printer config, there should be some calls to the other files that it uses. You want to save those as well, the includes. For sure, we have not connected for a couple weeks. Yeah, brother, we have not talked in a little while, and it was good to see you at Rocky Mountain. So that's awesome. Geared, the name sounds familiar. Yeah, Thorpe. Yep. But anyway, guys, now that we're in here, first thing I want to do, because I haven't been in here for a couple of days anyway, is do a sudo apt update. Make sure it's up to date. Raspberry is the password. I've told you all my super secret password. So now you all know my super secret password. And now we have stuff that can be upgraded. So apt update. Oh, wait, whoops. We got to do a sudo first. Sudo apt upgrade. I do attack Y because that just does them and doesn't prompt me. It'll just automatically do them. Yeah, exactly, man. Just hit me up on Discord or, Murph or whatever. Again, to anybody who is watching this now or watches this later, if you are going to Murph, you have old printers that are collecting dust and you'd like to see them repaired on stream and then given to someone. If you have someone in mind you'd like to send it to, we can arrange some kind of a shipping. You cover shipping, I'll do the work, and then you cover the shipping and we'll send it to them. Or if you want to just give it to me and watch me repair them on stream and then give them away to people in general, feel free to bring them to Murph. And like I said, I'm coming out for Saturday only. So find me Saturday, give it to me on Saturday. I'll bring them home and we'll start. That'll just kind of help build content for the stream, is taking a old printer that's seen wear and tear or some use and abuse and kind of give them a new second life. I'll use what I have here available, and then I will reach out to some of my contacts at other companies to see if I can get some people to sponsor parts along the way. That'll be cool too. And if not, well, there's always the links down below that right now, if you want to help put gas in the tank or help make sure that the bills are paid, feel free to hit those links down there. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, any one of those three, come straight to me, and then I can take care of bills, gas, and all those other fun things I need to. If you'd like to help over time, feel free to become a member. Memberships are available now. Also, you can do super chats and stuff like that. I have all that fun stuff now that the channel's monetized. So feel free to do things there as well. I mean, you're going to have a few collabs coming up, I think. Yeah, me too. I definitely don't mind collabing with people. It was fun to collab with Lee Marie the other couple weeks back. I collabed with him. I know that Rob Meck from Maker's Mashup, he lives about an hour and a half, I believe it is, about an hour and a half north of me. He's been wanting to have me come out and do some kind of a collab with him. So I got to get something set up with him. Maybe I'll talk to him more at Murph. You have too many projects started, the ADD. Well, see, that's where, Aaron, that's where now having the memberships is a good thing, because what I'm going to do is, as I get like when I go to Murph, whatever I bring home printer-wise, what I'll do is I'll start polls, and then my members can vote on the polls to see what printer they want to see me work on next. And by doing these streams, it's keeping me semi-focused. I don't want to just slap Klipper on this thing real quick and be done. So it's nice to have you know, make this like a 2-hour stream or a 3-hour stream and install Klipper and talk to you guys and kind of bounce ideas. So that's kind of my thought for the channel now is I will just take old printers, refurb them, rehab them, and then give them away. And if people want to send printers to me, I can give them an address to send them to. If people want to just bring them to an event, get with me ahead of time to make sure that my travel plans will be sufficient enough for the return of whatever it is you're bringing. And the old adage, the more the merrier, is kind of going into play here, because if I can do, you know, 3 nights a week I can stream, or 4 nights a week I can stream and rebuild a printer, and you figure at that rate, you get about 6-8 printers. That's 6-8 weeks worth of content. So there you go. So that's the way I'm looking at it, is as I go to these events and do these things, people can do that. If they want to send it to me and have me rebuild it and send it off, that works too. You have Mercury Run that needs some maintenance and repairs. If you want to play with that, or try it out before you decide. Hey, like I said, whatever comes to the event, I will be more than happy to either bring back here or just push print if you want. Again, I know you are a bit of a drive away, so it may be one of those we have to figure something out for, like a weekend project. Come out and maybe we do a live stream repair closer to you. Or I would say if I was going to Murph for the whole weekend, we would just steal a table and do a live stream rebuild from Murph, but I'm not staying for the whole weekend, so you know, I don't want to overpromise. I'm learning that overpromising and not being able to deliver is a bad thing. So for those who are just popping in now, let me say that I am no longer the direct sales rep for Libre. It was a short stint, and it was because I realized I was spreading myself way too thin. Too many projects, not enough time, and I wasn't giving Libre the attention that they needed, that they wanted. That was my bad, and we did part ways on good terms, in the sense that in the employee-employer sense, we parted ways on good terms. But in general, we are still friends. We're still planning stuff. We're still planning to do things. I'm still planning to make content for them and help them out there. So there is still other ways that I will be working with Libre. I still love Libre. I still support Libre, and I still want everybody to go buy their boards and support them as well. So there was no hard feelings there. So that being said, it's all good. You're not in a rush. Hey, whatever you want to do, my good man, whatever you want to do. It was built without tensioners, apparently, and eighth belt or 8 belt. Well, hey, we can work on stuff, man. We can make things happen. Oh, switch wire conversion on the printer. Okay. Anyway, guys, back to this guy now. Now that that part's done, we need to go into the Klipper install and upgrade helper. There's guides all over on how to deal with getting that installed on there. And if not, if you don't know, just know it does. Oh, Thorpe, if I had a work computer, maybe. But anyway, these are the things that I like to have installed, guys. I like to have, obviously, got to have Klipper and Moonraker installed. I like Mainsail, so I install Mainsail. But if you don't like Mainsail and you like Fluid more, you can install Fluid. I like Klipper Screen. Obviously, it's got a screen on it, so it makes sense to have Klipper Screen. Crow's Nest is kind of one of those, you need that for the camera. So if you can install a camera, install Crow's Nest. Even if not, install it anyway while you're doing the main install, because it's nice to have. And then I like Mobile Raker because it's a Android app. Download it, install on your phone, and then you can kind of watch all of them from your phone. So I install Mobile Raker just to have it. If you're using Octoprint, or if you're using Octoprint, you can always install the Octo app in Octoprint. But I don't like Octoprint for this situation. For Marlin systems, Octoprint is perfect, but I think that the lightweight powerhouses that both Mainsail and Fluid are, I would prefer one of them, and it's up to you what you decide. I'm not you, you decide what you want. But since these are all the things I want that are installed already, I'm going to hit 2 for update just to make sure all this stuff is up to date. And as you can see, Klipper is not. Clipper Screen is not, and Mobile Raker are not. They are showing up in yellow, and you can see that the dates or the version numbers are not matching. So if you hit A for all, which at the top it does tell you to update all, hit A. So come down here, I hit A and hit enter. It's going to tell me these are the things that want to be updated or install updates for. I'm going to say yes, which if it's capitalized, it's the default. So if I just hit enter, which I did, now it's installing all that fun stuff. Oh, heat sets to do the clicky probe. Yeah, clicky probes are nice. Um, Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. Pay attention, do your thing, and one of these days I'll do. I have some older videos where I've installed Klipper before, but do some more. Klipper on the Sonic Pad, yeah. I Klipper on the Sonic Pad is fine. It's nice. It's a kind of a here's how you go, but to install Klipper from like the base and build it up yourself, I don't know. I just like that more. That's just me though. I'm more of a tinkerer anyway, but got a clicky probe kit donated and I printed all the parts before realizing that required heat inserts. Yeah. I've got M3 heat inserts here. Worst case, I remember to bring them with me. Well, best case, I remember to bring them with me. Worst case, I tell you I have them and I forget to bring them. So, uh, but Amazon's got heat inserts, fairly inexpensive too. So there's that. But now that everything is updated, we're going to go ahead and hit back, B for back. Now we're going to get into some of the fun stuff because we're going to go into 4 because we want to go into the advanced menu, and then we need to build a firmware for the printer here. And what we can do to make sure we get the right one is if we go to Klipper example configs. We go to the Klipper example configs. You can go right into a little area here. Usually I don't jump ahead like that. I kind of go back and then I find the GitHub, because in the GitHub here for Klipper you've got all of the example configs, and in this case we have the SKR Mini E3 V1.2. So I'm going to click on that, and right up here at the top it tells me all the things I want to make sure I set when we build the config. So, or when we go through and compile the firmware. So let me bump this up a little bit so it's easier for you guys to see. But there you go. It says this file contains some common pin mapping for the Big Tree Tech SKR Mini E3 V1.2. To use the config, the firmware should be compiled for the STM32F103 with a 28 kilobit bootloader, USB communication. Also select enable low power config option, and configure GPIO pin to set to microcontroller, or set microcontroller startup to exclamation PC or bang PC13. So when we set this up, we're going to want to follow these steps when we're compiling. So we'll come back to the file here. We're going to build, and I am just going to build only right now. We can do build and flash, but I only want to do build only right now because there is one thing about the flashing process that I tried once and it worked, so I may try it again. I just want to do one thing at a time though. So we're going to go ahead and do 2 for build, hit enter. Now it's going to get us into the menu. You can do multiple printers from 1. Yes, you can do multiple printers from 1. You can set up the devices, basically compile your firmwares, flash them over, and then set them all up. So probably option B. Some of the free CNC kitchen inserts from Rocky Mountain. Yeah, those are nice. But like I said, you're going to Murph soon. I'm sure you'll find something there too. But yeah, you can configure, compile, and do multiples. But for the sake of what I'm doing here, I need to make this so I can read this and move this down some. So, dadgummit, let's shrink this a little bit. There. Now we'll move this right here because this is really all we want to pay attention to. So again, it did say that we want to make sure we have low level configuration enabled, and then we have to use arrows here because mouse doesn't work. We need to change our board. It is an STM32, so you got the STM microelectronics STM32 spacebar. Then we come down and it says to make sure that it is the STM32F103, which is what that one is. It doesn't say anything about enabling or disabling any of this stuff. It does say that your bootloader offset needs to be set to 28 kilobit, which is currently at 8. So we'll hit spacebar, come down, set it to 28. It doesn't say anything about the clock reference, so we'll leave that alone. Communication is set to USB, but if it was not, or you were changing that, you can do that in here. But we are using USB. USB ID, we don't have to mess with, but then it says GPIO pin set to microcontroller startup. It did say we did need to make that exclamation PC13. So we have exclamation PC13 in there. We hit enter. So now that is set, and that was really all it says, because then after that we do our make flash. Make flash command does not work with that. Instead, run the make, copy the generated file to the out Klipper bin file, or generated in the out Klipper bin file to the file named firmware.bin on the SD card, which we're not going to worry about that at the moment. Right now, we can just go ahead and we can hit Q to quit. We hit Y to save, and now it's going to go ahead and build our firmware. Come back to chat because I was talking through all of that. Let's get caught up here. You're a 1 pi per guy, printer, 1 pi printer per guy, or per printer guy to guy. Me too. Yeah, it's a fair point. Yeah, I do. It is not. Let's see here. Hold on. It is nice to have 1 pi per, because the more printers you run off of 1 pi or pi-like device, the problem can escalate quickly when one board dies and 4 printers go down with it. So I do kind of like the idea of erring on the side of caution and just running 1 per device. So, and the wifey is here with the puppers. So my loving wifey loves to show off the puppers. So
they ran big guy, Brad.
Come here, girls. Come here, Freya. Freya will be the first one to come up and say hi, guys. Here's little Miss Freya. Let me make this big camera real quick. There we go. This one's Freya. Yes, this is Freya. She's our two-faced puppy. She has her white side and her tan side. So she's our little two-faced pupper. But she kind of fits with that whole two-faced thing too, because you look at her and she'll be sweet as can be, and then she'll give you the other side and be ornery. Aaron says hi. Aaron.
Hi, Aaron.
Yes, Mr. Aaron. And Rory just wants to run away. Come here, babe. Come here.
His big brother and her had it out.
Come here. And here's little Miss Rorzor. Yes, this one right here. Yes. She's a sweet baby, huh?
She's his big brother and her money.
Yeah, she started out being afraid of Chewbacca. Wolf from Swamp Dog. Oh. But yes, Just Push Print or Swamp Dog says hello. She says hello. Woo. And then, of course, Thorpe, who is in chat right now, says hi.
Is he talking to us?
Yeah, he said hi, Sam. He was nice to you. He's always mean to me.
Hi, Thorpe.
Yeah, he can hear you. Trust me. Yeah, I know you do, bully. You like it when people pick on me. Love you, bye. I'm going to pick this up, too. Freya reminds you of Wishbone? Yeah, kind of. You're right. Yeah, kind of. I'll put the receiver up there. All right. I have the board connected through the only USB mini, USB mini cable that I have. I only have one. It's this nasty blue one. So hopefully we don't have connectivity issues and it will work. But that being said, now that that part's done, I'm going to attempt to use 3, the flash one, and we'll see if I can make this work. I kind of got it to work once, and if it doesn't, I'll show you another way of how to get the firmware file to a place where you can see it, grab it, and then just reboot, and should be okay. Putting receiver there, you just isn't cutting it or cutting out. It usually was occasionally. Yeah, I take this part off and leave it on the desk because when I have it down on my hip, if I turn just right or whatever the case may be, for some reason this thing loses connectivity. It's right on top of my computer, which is right behind my monitor. So don't understand why, but I just leave it up on the desk and it seems that it works better. Or you guys say it seems to work better. So, but let's try 3 for flash. And then in this case, I am going to tell it to do the regular method first. So we'll hit 1 and hit enter. I'm going to try to do 2 as the STM flash. Or, yeah, we'll do the 2 first because it is an STM. We'll see if it'll work with 2. Whoops. Oh, it wants to use 1 by default. So we'll try 1 first. We'll see if this works. You guys can't see nothing, by the way. There we go. Fix the screen so you guys can actually see what the heck I'm doing. There we go. So anyway, we're going to try 1, the default first. We are going to tell it USB mode. So 1 and hit enter. And it did not work. You can see that it did fail. See, no MCU found. So now we'll try it again. So we'll hit 3. I don't know, Thorpe, whenever one magically shows up, but whenever I magically get one, I will build one. But now we're going to go ahead and try flashing with 2. And we're going to try flashing with 1 again and 1 again. And that did not work. So now we're going to try flashing with 2, 2, and 1. And let's see if that works. And none of those are working. So since I did not get it to work with any of those options, now we're going to go ahead and switch to the other thing, which is we're going to hit B to back. We'll play around with everything else later, but right now we want to get it out of all this. And what we need to do is we need to copy, right? CP is copy. Is it copy? Oh, no. Yeah, copy. CP space slash. Wait a minute. Hold on. It's been a little while since I've done this, so we got to go into Klipper, yeah. So we do a CP space slash. Why is it? CD. Hold on. It's not copy. What is it, guys? Help me out here, Linux guys. CP is not working. I need to move or copy. I want to copy. I thought it was CP for copy, right? Linux, CP copy. CP is the command. Okay. So, since CP is the command, why is it not going? My brain hurts at the moment, but CP space slash. Oh, wait, not slash, just Klipper. Wow, I can't even spell today. Klipper, and then we want Clippy, then out, right? Dadgummit. Yeah, my Linux is definitely rusty too, because I could have swore it was in there, but let's not. Let's go back. That's Clippy. Oh, it's out. That's right. I don't know why the hell I thought it was not, but anyway, going to out, we'll double tap, and we'll get our firmware.bin. So we're going to type or clipper.bin, and we want to copy that to slash. Or no, we want to copy it to Klipper slash config slash firmware.bin and hit enter. Now when I did that, if I go back here and I go to machine, in my config path, if you look down here, we have printer, or no, we want firmware. Did it not go? Oh, we got to refresh, I think. Reload. Maybe I copied it to the wrong spot like an idiot, huh? Normally it would put a firmware.bin in there. I think maybe I did not copy it to the right place. Oh, because it's not in Klipper, it's in config. My bad. Come back here, take out the Klipper, and just do config. Nope, that's not a directory. Okay, so it was right. There, wait, hold on. Something changed. I clicked on name. Let me see something here. Hold on. Hey, what's going on? How are we, Mrs. Lee Marie 3D? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I'm having a moment of stupidity here where I'm trying to remember what the heck I'm trying to do. Yeah, and then there's the config folder. So that should be where I want to go. So I think, oh yeah, hold on, tilde slash there, then reload. It's not in there still. What the heck is going on today? Dan is having a bad day. Oh, wait. Show oh, hidden files is turned on. It shouldn't have been hidden anyway. Wow. Oh, printer data, Thorpe. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's what it was. It's printer data, not just regular config. I'm putting it in the wrong spot. See, Thorpe, I knew I needed you. I was doing something dumb. Now I got to remember something though real quick. It is under printer data. Yeah, just straight printer data. So we'll bring that back. We'll take out the site printer underscore data. I was having a moment, but thank you, Thorpe. Printer data config firmware. Boom, there it is. Popped right up. See it right there? Firmware.bin. So now we come back here. We can right click on this file and hit download. It's telling me that it's an insecure file, but that's okay. I want it anyway. 12 times the charm. You are correct. So how's Mrs. Lee Marie today? Doing well, I hope. You've been trying to get one of my lives. Once you got him in, hey, well, thank you for coming in, hanging out. Nice to see you. I'm just installing some Klipper stuff that you've seen Mr. Lee Marie 3D do several million times. I need one of my USB here. One of my SD to USBs. Grab this guy. No, oh, Klipper, not CAN bus. Yeah, Klipper, not CAN bus. I like USB anyway. 3D HP Jerry, what's going on, good sir? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We gotta shut off the printer. And then we need to open the folder here. Grab my file, copy that. Let's see. It's not showing up my SD card. Go figure. I'm having all kinds of problems with one of these, and I can't remember which one it is. Let's see. Yeah, it's this one. This one is total garbage. So it goes in the garbage now. Then I won't accidentally use it. Let's grab this one. Stick our SD card in the right, or our SD in the right spot. Just throw it away. That's what I did, Thorpe. Just threw it away. There we go. Going to our G drive, right click and paste. Yes, replace the destination file. Now it's in there as of today. We'll delete the current file because we're not using that one. Now we can go ahead and eject. Pull that guy out. Dan's the man, Ryan. No, Ryan's the man. You just ask him, he'll tell you. You got your birthday stream Wednesday at 1. Nice. Oh, and 10 filament giveaways. Oh, hell yeah, Jerry. I will at 1 p.m. Pacific, which is 3 o'clock my time. I get off work at 2. I should be home. So if all goes well, I will be there, or I'll be fashionably late. But yeah. All right. Fire this thing back up, and it came straight up. That makes... Oh, because it was powered on still. Whoops. I kind of forgot. Got to unplug the USB first. Now, power it back up. And now it should flash the new firmware. Which, this is that uncomfortably long time. I'm watching the screen. I don't think you guys want to watch a blue screen stay blue for a little bit, do you? And because it's Klipper, it's not going to load anything until it's connected. So we let it go for a few. I guess I can plug this guy back in now. And then once that part's connected again, we go back here. And we can go back into the Klipper install and upgrade helper. And from here, we want to go back into, let me make this bigger now. There we go. We want to go back into 4 into the advanced. And we want to get the MCU ID, which is number 5. So we'll hit enter. It is connected through USB, which is 1. Hit enter, and still nothing found. We'll give it a minute. It's obviously flashing or flashed. Give it a few. I'll try it again if that doesn't work. We give it the old reboot and go from there. Oh, yo, you met me at a truck stop bathroom once. Yeah, Thorpe, you met me at a truck stop. There might have been a bathroom involved. I mean, 20 bucks is 20 bucks. 5 rolls of Ziltech and 5 rolls of Polymaker Big 60. Yep, you're the Big 60 coming up. But yeah, Jerry, I am definitely going to mod me. You'll share a link. Give me just a minute, Jerry. You're asking me to do something. I'm in the middle of something. Give me a minute. I got you. Okay, let's see if this is working real quick. I got to test again. I have soft hands, don't I, Thorpe? Let's see. Okay, so 5 again. We'll see if it's going to come up. We want 1 for USPA. Still doesn't come up, so we'll power it down and we'll disconnect so that it doesn't get power again. I really need to do the little power mod. Power it up. Plug this back in again. Whoops, maybe. Maybe. Jeepers. Come on, get in the hole. There we go. All right. There's that. Let's see if we can get our ID now. 1. This printer has been a thorn in my butt, but we'll give it a minute. Oh, pop the SD card out so it's not trying to flash again. So we'll give it another minute. It may be trying to flash it because I don't know that it overwrote the original file, so might have to pop the SD out. It was the lips. Yeah, isn't Klipper so much fun? Yeah, on these older boards, it's a little bit more of a pain in the ass, but the newer stuff's not usually too bad. But yes, I do love me some Klippers. So let's unplug again, power off, pop the SD card out, plug in the USB, because at this point it's not going to hurt nothing if the board powers up that way. Then we'll give it power for the rest of the motors and such. And now come back here. We got 5. We hit enter. 1, enter. Still doesn't see it. All right. Well, we're going to have to go old school. Look at your wife on here, so cute. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Lee Marie 3D? Yeah, she's in here hanging out too. So, aside from brain farts, it's actually pretty straightforward. Yeah, it is. I do quite enjoy it. Add linear rails to the hypercube. Nice. Good to see you too, good sir. Good to see you as well. Just having some fun with Klipper not cooperating. So, go figure, right? Let's see if we do the old number 5 again. USB. Hit enter. Still not coming up. All right, 5 again. Let's try DFU mode just for shits and giggles. We'll see if it comes up. Nope, didn't see it there either. So, that be the case, we'll hit B, go back. We'll hit Q to quit. And then let's just try the old, what is the command for, let's see here, Klipper install. Not installer, I just want install because I want to do the, where is it? Here we go. Copy that. Drop it in there and hit enter. Does not see it as a USB device. I wonder if it's a stupid USB cable, to be honest with you. Because I don't know that it's a good cable. And the worst part is, I don't have any more of the... I don't have any more of these guys. I don't think. I have a bunch of USB-Cs and micro USBs, but I don't have any USB minis, which is going to suck because this board is a USB mini. I'm going to have to probably dig through some stuff. Dadgummit. Dadgummit, dadgummit. Leave this on the table. Let's see here. All right. Just try to smash that a little bit, see if I can get better pin connectivity. And plug this in. Okay. Plugged it in, it jumped for a second, so let's see if that helps. Let's try a good old reboot real quick. SUDO reboot. Raspberry. There we go. We'll give this a reboot real quick because sometimes when in doubt, reboot, right? So we'll reboot that. We'll power this down. While it's rebooting, let's make sure that the config file or the bin file is now off of this thing. That way I can, because I can't remember if the 1.2 had an EEPROM built into it or not, or if it did need the SD card installed. Hey Dan, try something first. What's that, Thorpe? Oh wait, hold on. What am I missing? Oh, may not have the shirts done. Okay. Also, Jeremy, I will harass do it for you. See what I can find out for you. App show UDEV. Okay, will do. Give me a second just to check the SD card because I want to make sure that see the printer.bin file is still there. So let's make it cur real quick so that it'll go away. You're gonna tell me I can't. Okay, fine. Be that way. Whatever. Leave it alone then. Give me just a second. Steven, what's going on? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We'll leave the SD card out for right now. That's plugged in. Let's plug this back in. Gang, don't forget, since more and more bodies are starting to show up, don't forget, if you like what you see and you want to help me out, PayPal, Cash App, Venmo down below. If you want to help me now, if you want to help me over time, you feel free to become a member. Memberships are, what, $2.99, $4.99, $24.99 if you're nuts. And then there's also other ways to super chats, stickers, all that fun stuff. So feel free to do any of that. But yeah. You ate the last of the tiramisu, your stomach hurts. Yeah, tiramisu is good, but it is sweet and rich. All right, well, let's reactivate. So restart session. Pi. Raspberry, my super secret password. There we go. Thorpe says to do the apt show udev. Hit enter. And dig through the udev. All right. There you go, Thorpe. There's the udev. What are you looking for, bud? Help me out here. Sister made me German chocolate. Ooh, yum, yum. Oh, look at that. Mr. Lee Marie 3D just gifted Thorpe a membership. Thank you, good sir. I know Thorpe is thankful for that because now he gets to have some input, Speaking of, let me pop up this guy real quick here. Move it over here. Because I don't remember in YouTube's if you're able to just do a /mod, but let me go ahead and mod a couple people real quick. Channel. I don't want to go to my channel per se. I want to go to the studio. And let's go to settings, channel, advanced settings. Is that where it's at? No, permissions. That's where it's at. It's under, nope, not permissions. Community. Yeah, it's under community. There we go. Let's see here. 3D HP. There you are. Let's get you modded. Let's get at Lee Marie 3D. Get you modded. There we go. Whoops. Sorry. Lee Marie 3D. I had you in there, and for some reason I hit backspace and deleted you out. Didn't mean to, but there we go. Okay. That part's done. Minimize that. Now I can see. Now, Jerry, if you refresh, you should be good to go. Oh, can you just hit the 3 dots? Oh, yeah. Look at that. I guess I can just hit the 3 dots, huh? Well, let's make Mrs. Lee Marie a mod as well. There we go. Look at that. Give myself a couple more mods for the channel. But anyway, there you go, Jerry. You're a mod. I'm not worried. All right. Let's see here. So, Thorpe, I don't know what you were looking for there. Give me a sec to go back and kind of read through. Let's see here. All right. Hey, that's okay. I love me some baked goods. That's how I keep my girlish figure. But Thorpe, what were you looking for in there, bud? There. Jerry posted the link to his birthday bash, guys. Coming up on Wednesday, 1 o'clock Pacific. So that's, 3 o'clock my time, 4 o'clock Lee Marie 3D time. So, go hang out Celebrate with the man. He's giving away 10 rolls of filament. Copy and paste. I just did. It's right here. You want me to copy and paste all this into chat? You don't see it? 3 p.m. real time. Ha ha ha. It's 3 p.m. real time, my time, yeah. Because it's on the Pacifics. So, Ron, it'll be noon for you, bud. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that, like, Mr. Lee Marie 3D is 3 o'clock with me, right? You guys are not in that lovely time zone area change down the fine state of Indiana, right? Yep. Every time Aaron comes in, it's always, you done messed up, Ron. Oh, well, it's right here on the screen. I'm not sure what part of that you're looking for. Control C. Oh, Control C doesn't work. Let me just paste it in here real quick. There you go. We'll see how much of that actually goes. None of it, because it's over 862 characters, which is over the 100 some characters list. So, oh, okay. Well, let me make sure Discord's on the right screen when I bring it up here. See, it's right there. Oh, look, see, there's my conversation with Lee Marie, Miss Lee Marie. We're talking about going to Murph. Swamp Dog, Otter. Oh, wait, what Otter say? Oh, sweet. Cool. My computer's on its way back for my car. That's all right. I gotta find Thorpe. Where's Torpedo? Have I not messaged Torpedo in a while? Thorpe, you can message me first if you get there quicker. There it is. Thorpe messaged me. Let's see if it's showing up. Oh, I gotta do the wget and actually get it. Give me a second. I didn't realize I needed the whole domain name too to get all the rules. Ha! I was having a stupid attack, guys. There we go. All right, Thorpe. I just infected my computer with viruses for you. Let me minimize my Discord now so I can get back to seeing what I'm seeing. What are we doing here? We are currently just flashing some firmware to the Ender 5 Pro that a staff member gave me, whose son is a student to the school who wants it back. So we are currently flashing Klipper onto it, and then we're going to tweak and tune some Klipper. So that is the ultimate plan. Let me see something real quick here now that I've rebooted everything. Cannot access that, no such file or directory. Yeah, so oddly enough, the dev serial by ID is not showing up. What the heck? Try that again. Okay. You want me to try and rebuild the want me to try and rebuild it? Oh, reboot. Oh, okay, now you say that. All right, hold on. Sudo reboot. That's kind of where I was going to go anyway. I figured after I just installed something, then the LS USB, yes. Yes. And then we'll query the USPAs instead of doing the other stupid thing I just did. Yeah, you know. Give it a minute. I have a Klipper screen behind me, so I'm just watching patiently. It's back up there, so click here. Oh, there we go. No, that's not the stupid account. Give me a second. Had a moment. I fat fingered the buttons. There we go. Hi. Super secret password. Type it properly. LS USB. No, that wasn't what I wanted. What the hell am I thinking, guys? Do. Where's the LS USB? Yeah, because see, I'm having a moment. There we go. Yeah. LS USB is just showing, not showing the device. I wonder if my stupid USB cable is garbage, and I, again, don't have, or don't think I have, one around here. So let me do some quick snooping on my desk. I'm going to clip you guys on my pocket while I'm standing up. See if I can find a proper USB cable that I need, because I don't know that I have any anymore. I think here. Dadgummit. I think that USB cable is what's bad, guys, to be honest with you. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that I have any more mini USBs. So now I got to dig through some stuff here, so you guys kind of got to watch me dig through crap. See if I can find the needle in a haystack. Oh goodness, do I do that instead? Dang it. You know, I can always get another one later, right? Right? I can always get another one later. So if I were to take a board out of another printer for this, you know, like the E3B3 that is currently in my baby belt. You guys think Rob will be mad at me if I did that? I mean, it is for the kids after all, right? It's for the children. So maybe we'll just pull that, because I know that uses the regular micro USB, and I know I have a micro USB cable. Oh God, do I want to put yet another board in? I don't know that I want to try digging for a cable I can't find. Victory requires sacrifice. Best statement ever to justify that. Gee, thanks, Thorpe. That's really sweet of you to give me a cable. Let me just grab that from you. So give me a moment to remove a board from a printer that's currently already got Klipper installed on it. So let's power this down. Let's move this out of the way. Bear with me while I stand way over here and pull a bunch of wires out of the baby belt. I'm sorry, Rob. I know you gave me the baby belt, but it's for the children, sir. And anything for the wee ones to help keep them inspired and keep them in 3D printing is a good thing, I think. So, it's for the youth. It's for the youths, right? Isn't that the proper term? Ute? I can't see chat, so bear with me, guys. I'm way over here pulling some screws out. And then we'll go with an E3V3 that's just currently sitting in my baby belt. And it's just because I don't have a stupid... I had a thought that maybe I left one sitting here. I did not. Well, yep, we're definitely... I thought maybe there might be one up here. But there is not. So, yes, we're going to continue pulling one board. out of one printer. Move that out of the way, push that out of the way, take the other screw out. Need to grab my flathead so I can pull these wires loose. And then we'll put in yet another board. If I was sticking with Marlin, I would consider taking the screen out of the baby belt too, because it's got the TFT, whatever the hell it is, direct bullet replacement for Creativity Ender products that does both touch and swapping that too. Okay. Let me grab the old flathead real quick. Grab this. Move the cellular. Oh, speaking of, let's take 2 seconds. Dan, give the printer back. He hates the kid. Oh, Dan isn't giving the printer back? No, actually, the kid's a good kid. Let's take a peek here real quick. PayPal. I just gotta look. It didn't get notifications, but nothing into PayPal's. Nobody to shout out there. Cash App. Again, you get shout outs unless you send me money and say not to. So if you send me money and don't say anything, I shout you out. So, checking the Venmos now. And don't forget on Venmo, if you send it public to me and you put something inappropriate, all my friends on my feed will see the inappropriateness. So, if you send it on Venmo, there's a good chance you can make a comment about my soft lips, Thorpe. Oh, whoops. My flathead bit was right here on the table. I didn't even need to go into the kit. The ultimate one, I think, would be is if somebody sent me money and put, "You got a pretty mouth." I think that would be kind of hilarious. You got a pretty mouth. Wow. Some of this stuff was not very well wired. I will be rewiring the baby belt when I put it back together. Oh, holy hell, are you serious? Give me a second. I need to grab my pliering devices, or pliering device. There we go. Into the garbage it goes. Oh my goodness, you have nice teeth. Complimenting a woman on her teeth is a good thing, though. Okay. Well, was that set up for sensorless homing? I believe it was, which means the jumpers are already in place for sensorless homing, too, so we can get rid of the switches. We don't even need to use end stop switches. Hell yeah, buddy. All right. Power is disconnected. Printer's going on its side. Let's see, that's all disconnected. We're good. Okay, printer's going on its side. We'll flip to the dock cam so you guys can get in the action again. So let me flip to this guy. There we go. You guys can kind of get up here in the action with me. It's a little dark. Let's brighten that up a little bit. Yeah, that's a little better. A little overshot, but it'll work. Okay, well, first things first. Oh, that'll give me a chance to fix this cable too. Because I might have put this cable in wrong yesterday. Plug this end in here. Drop this end through. And actually, I'm going to pull it out of the way for now. Let's disconnect everything. So we'll pull thermistor wires. There we go. Fan wire. We don't or won't need. Oh, that wasn't the fan wire. That's right. This one is my probe. And here's the other half of the probe for power. Get that out the way. Disconnect all the motors. There we go. And now all it's left to do is pull all them wires. We're making a... You guys are talking about food. You're making me hungry. Take flamethrower to it, Dan? No, not yet, Thorpe. We're not at that point yet. This is the last board I should have to put in. It's the newer E3V3, which actually already has lots of stuff out there for it. So, oh, whoops, this one wasn't even hooked up anyway. Which means this 1.2, if I ever come across the proper cable for it, I could use that in like the baby belt instead. Just happens to be because it's that stupid plug. Stupid old technology. I don't know why companies, 4 years ago or 3 years ago were still using that when USB-C was pretty much the craze and micro USB was kind of the way I would have thought that they all would have went, but it was not. They still stuck with even older one. So this kid went from getting the Manta M4, M4P, which had the issue with the extruder driver for some reason, both extruding, when you would extrude filament and not extrude filament, when you tell it to extrude or detract, whatever you want to call it, it would only extrude filament, and even when you would tell it to reverse it, no matter what the case was, it always went in one direction. So, even though no matter what I tried, it wouldn't work, we took the Manta board out. Then we went to the Chris Riley SKR Mini, or SKR 1.3 that Chris Riley sent me eons ago. We went with that board and had nothing but problems, and now the 1.2 is because I don't have the right cable. So now we're going to switch to, bam, Mini E3V3 with the regular one. What did Thorpe say? These boards realize you were putting them in a Creality machine and like, no way, or no, like, hell no. Very well could be. Very well could be. I mean, we all kind of know the stigma of the Creality. However, I do like my K1. It is a very solid printer. I was upset when I sold the first one, or got the first one and then sold it off. And then I got a bit of a deal on the second one. I traded a scanner for it, so I don't find myself scanning all that often, and it was a $600 scanner collecting dust, so I traded a $600 scanner for a $350 printer. Yes, somebody got the better deal there, and it was not me. So, but that's okay. It's not always about getting the better deal as much as it is about getting what you need. Or want, anyway, in this case. I don't need the K1, but I definitely wanted it again, and I'm glad I did get it because it is a badass little printer. It's the one thing Creality has done right lately. However, there we go. What is going on here? Let's loosen a couple screws. There we go. There we go. Just loosen a couple screws and it goes back together a little easier. What food? Yeah, I am always a fan of food. It helps keep this girlish figure. Believe it or not, for those who've met me recently, I'm down 40 pounds, but I'm also up 20 pounds. I'm down 40 pounds, but I'm up 20 pounds. I'm 225 pounds.
Last time I hopped on scale, I was 225. At my biggest, I was almost 265. So this was out here. So definitely have lost a bit of weight. Again, like a dum-dum, I wasn't paying attention. We need to bring up the board for the E3 V3 Mini so I know what the hell I'm dealing with here. So E3 V3 pin out. Boom, boom. Tech. Okay, that doesn't help me. It's not the one I was looking for. So I wanted to know. Here we go. This one can help, I think. Let's see. There we go. All right, so that's what I thought. Yeah, negatives on the outside, positives on the inside. Oh, well, Mrs. Lee Marie 3D, thank you very much for the $2. $2. Yay! Thank you for the sticker. I did a stupid dance. There you go. You got a stupid dance out of me. I don't normally do stupid dances, so you know, what can I say? You were 225, then stopped soda, 2 weeks, now you're 198. Nice. My goal was to get back down to 200, and I figured 200 was a good in between. I got down to 204 and then started going back up again, and partly due to the fact that I kind of started the soda again. All that unnecessary sugar. Okay. Let's see here. There's one of dust, 2 wires. Where's the other one? Where's it hiding? There it is. I was like, where the heck did the other black, or where'd the black wire go when I found it? Let's get these two untangled, by the way. Now that I'm looking at this, I realized wires got jumped over each other. Okay, so heat bed. Heat bed is going to be, there we go, heat bed and hot end. So heat bed first, hot end second. Positives are on the inside. So let's see if we can get these going. Loosen those up quite a bit. There we go. You guys getting any interference from my chin on the microphone? Because, you know, chin hairs. Get that back. Tuck that guy in there. This is the kind of stuff you'll expect, guys, if I kind of go down that path that we're talking about. So for those who are kind of catching up late here, bring your old busty, dusty, crusty printers to Murph. I'm going to have a vehicle that I can hopefully bring them home in. The plan is to just do stuff like this. Just take old beat up printers and kind of breathe some new life into them and see what we can make them do. So if you're going to Murph and you have old busted, dusty, crusty printers that are just kind of collecting dust, you want to see them rebuilt and then gifted to other people. If you have somebody in mind that you'd like to give it to, like I've said before, you just work out the shipping side of it. I will work on it, and then we'll get it shipped out to them. Otherwise, if you just don't mind me rebuilding it and then giving it to someone in my local community, that's pretty much what we'll do. I'll just rebuild them and then give them to, you know, schools, libraries, or kids in the community, or, you know, even like adults who are down on their luck that maybe could use a 3D printer to help maybe build some income or something, 3D printing things. So if you're interested in any of that, feel free to get in touch with me, bring them to the event, and I will take them off your hands, and we'll do streams like this where I just work on old printers and try and breathe new life into old tech. Jim, you're a dead man. Uh-oh, what'd you do?
Oh, I highly recommend against that, sir. Uh, your wife is a sweetheart, and I would hate for her to kill you. However, I currently have an alibi. I'm streaming, so I don't know what happened. Let's see here. So we got fan 0, fan 1, and fan 2. So trying to remember how I had it, but we can always just change all that in the aftermath. So okay, there's that. Shouldn't have to hook up the end stops, so I'm not going to, but I do need to hook up Z. So let's see if we can find Z in here. Get a little extra light on the subject here. We are bound to mess up. We are bound to mess up, Thor. You are correct. Need a little extra light on the situation here. X, Y, and Z. Okay. So grab this. That goes in there. And then where's my probe port? Does it say on that picture where the probe port is? Filament, sensor optional, so probe port would probably be one over from it. I should have just went to the stupid, the actual website. So they've got a much better one. Let's just go to, close that. Let's go here and go to the GitHub. There we go. Okay. So, NeoPixels, extruder stop, power. Okay, so we just need a 5 volt. So where's a 5 volt? Of course, the 5 volt for the extruder end stop is on the outside. And of course, for the NeoPixels, you've got power on the outside as well. So this one moves the 5 volt from the center to the outside. So 12 volt ground. So we need the E0 stop. We need that 5 volts. So we need to move the pin over one more. Go figure. Not a big deal. We can do that. Let me turn off my light now. There we go. Put that there. Grab this guy here. And we just got to move that over one. Let's see. I don't have the little cheater tool. So let me grab a small Phillips head to wedge down in there to press that out of the way. Hopefully. Yes, he is. He is over 6 foot. I am also over 6 foot. I think he is still taller than me, or we may be the same height. It's hard to remember. Rocky Mountain was a kind of a blur for me. By the time all was said and done, I was like, oh, we're driving home already. Wow. There we go. Let's pull this back out now. Wish Thorpe could have made it to Rocky Mountain. We could have picked him up on our way through. We went through the town, or the state that he lives in. We could have picked him up on our way through. He would have been stuck in a car with us, though. Oh, shoot. It was right the one way, but it's wrong the other, so I was being dumb. Let's put it in the right spot, which is the other right. Okay. And again, we're putting this in the end stop. So it goes right there. So we get our 5 volts for our probe. Oh, and we done broke the wire off. Go figure. Isn't that just the biscuit eating bulldog, huh? Well, it's a good thing I got a lot of the stuff still out from yesterday. Man, I am just a mess. I don't know why any of you guys are watching this right now, because I am just a hot mess. Hot mess is stupid. That's why you're watching, though, right? Because we all make mistakes, and it's fun to watch others do it instead of ourselves.
Come on, just I wish I had small little fingers from time to time. Like this is one of those times when you're dealing with these tiny little connectors. It would be nice to have just small little fingers. Okay, there's that. Now, let's see. We got to have our 5 volts on this side. There we go. And tuck that in there. There we go. Now we got our 5 volts hooked up. So our pin to probe will have 5 volts. Let's see here. We're going down the height scale. Sorry, I'm missing stuff. 5, 2 3/4, 5, 10, 6, 3, 6, 2, right here. Thorpe says he's between 3 feet and 8 feet. I've met him. I know that he is exactly between 3 feet and 8 feet tall. I know that he is exactly between there. Everyone's tall to you, but 6'3" you have to look up to. You got to jump in the shower. Got to work tonight, unfortunately. Well, be safe. Stay out of trouble, stay out of jail, and all those other good things, sir. I am just going to be working on a printer. Hopefully we get some Klipper and Klipper actually talking and working here soon. So hopefully. Let's see. Squint down here, and it should be. What are they for the motors? Let's make sure we get our motors in the right. Oh. Come over here. There we go. And then we got X, Y, double Z, and E. So X is over here. Then we got Y. We got X, Y, and double Z. We don't need double Z though, so we got X, we got Y. We only need one of the Z's. And then we have the extruder. Yep. There we go. And then check our thermistors real quick and see which one's going where. All right, this one. Oh, who is it? It's the missus. You can come in. I'm still streaming. You can come in. Oh, well, I didn't block anything. Yes, honey, I had the air conditioner kicked off so that it's not, well, I shouldn't say it's kicked off. It's just kicked off. Let's see. I need this one first. What? Fit what thing, babe? No, none of them fit your laptop. Yeah, they're all older. Okay, so, damn it. Yeah, I got sidetracked. Mom was talking to me, guys. Okay, so this one's the bed. So bed thermistor is, well, which one says B? Bed. Okay, bed thermistor. Oh, Jeremy, Lee Marie 3D. His wife says hello. I want to say it's Keela, right? Keela. I'm always afraid I'm gonna say it wrong. So Keela. I think it's Keela. But she says hi. She's upset that you're not going to Murph with me because she said that the wives could hang out. Yeah, Keela. So I said it right. See? Fear of saying it right or saying it wrong is why I didn't say it, but I said it. See? Why?
Dog ran away last time.
We're only going for a day, Saturday, coming home.
Who's watching the puppies?
Jacqueline.
Oh, okay.
The 17-year-old, I think, can function with puppies for a day. Or have Jaden come home for a day.
She can't function with puppies for 2 minutes.
True, but you guys have Jaden come home for a day.
Speaking of puppies.
Oh, Jaden wanted to go with me too. Yeah. I want to take you though, so the wives can hang out.
I will get sick the entire way up there and the entire way back.
No, you'll take drugs. You'll be okay.
Um,
Just take drugs.
the pups want to go upstairs, so I guess I'm taking them upstairs.
Okay.
I only know this because Rory already escaped and ran up the stairs.
Oh, she's being a little shit. Yes.
Yeah. You missed Mel and Amaya.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know they were here.
Oh, hey, Melon and I are here.
Keela, like tequila.
Oh. So I got to hang out with our girls, and you didn't.
Thanks a lot for telling me they were here. I would have told the stream, hey, I'll be back on later. I'm going to go see my kids I haven't seen in forever. Well, since graduation.
They love me now.
They love me more. Yes.
They didn't have reward.
That's because they love me enough to know that I'm probably dead and buried somewhere, and they didn't want to be witness to the horrific event. Let's see here. What's this? Take drugs. Yep, that's my answer. Take drugs.
Even something mother says his wife won't go, but his daughter insists to go.
Yeah, which is probably what's going to happen with me. I'll have probably one or two of my daughters with
I
me.
have gone.
You have gone, yes.
It's not that I haven't.
Yes, you have gone in the past. You've gone to two of them with me, and both of them we celebrated our anniversary that weekend.
That's why I went, because you were abandoning me on our wedding anniversary.
Do you see how she's playing this game right now, guys? You hear what she's saying? She's saying I abandoned her on our anniversary, even though I asked her, one, if I could go, and two, if she would go with me. But I abandoned her.
Yeah, because you shouldn't have to ask my permission. That makes me sound like an evil demon who doesn't let you do things.
It's not the case. It's because we're in a relationship. We love each other, and we are kind of respectful of each other.
Thorpe says I'm supposed to smack you. Come on.
Ow, Thorpe. Hey, Thorpe. Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal. She just hit me. You got to pay.
Yeah, but see, listen, when you buy things, all you ever say to me is, don't get mad at me.
No, I always say, honey, can I do this? And you say, I don't care as long as it makes you happy, and I'm
Or you'll
always
say,
thankful.
Don't get mad, I spent da-da-da-da-da.
Can I help, Dan? Off axis? Feel free. You want to send a hit this way, too? I mean, smack him, Sam. Yeah, that was Thorpe. That's my life. Printers first. Okay, you want to put your...
Done?
I don't have any money. You have a card with $2 on it, which is enough for you to get a... Okay.
I didn't.
You come here and give me a kiss. No, come here. Come here. Wait, let me see how far. I'm right here. Your back of your head is all they'll see. All the side. That. You're going back in line. Sweet. It's always fun when Sam smacks Dan. Yeah. Keep it up, Thorpe. Such a bully, Thorpe. Okay. That guy is up. Let's get back into the device here and see if it sees it now. So let's go up. Oh, LSUSB. It still only sees two things. What the hell? Does not see anything there. I wonder if my USB ports on my Pi are dying. Oh, well, it's on. I thought this had Klipper on it. We can always rebuild the Klipper instance, though. But I'm pretty sure this had Klipper on it, so it should still at least pop up in the list. Actor stand-in, build sets, 3D printing props. Yeah, Off Axis is actually a very, very infamous, famous person. Like, he has been in a lot of awesome shit, but people did not know that. He is a really cool dude, and I'm very, very thankful to have met him. My wife is very jealous of some of the shows he's been on. Maybe he'll link to his IMDb or, you know, give the breakdown of some of the stuff he's been on. Because I'm pretty sure that Keela is also going to be jealous of some of the stuff you've done. No, I am not. I am far from cooler than you, sir. I can guarantee you there's at least one. How long do you need to work on an Ender 5? Digital Dragon, I need forever because boards don't want to cooperate. And I'm wondering if my Pi might have finally shit the bed. Nope, there it is. Yay! Oh, you guys don't see it. Hold on. Yay! Klipper, it sees it. Yes! Supernatural. There's a show he's been on a couple times. So I'll throw that out there. He's been on Supernatural a few times, guys. Couple different extras, like extra a couple different times. Oh yes, he was one of the pirates on the newer Peter and Pan and Wendy. Yep. What was the thing you did with Apple too, good sir? I'm sorry, I forget the name of it off the top of my head. I just remember it was a bit of a musical. What was the Apple one that you did too? But there we go. We are now talking between that and that. They see each other, they're talking. One problem solved. Now we just need to make sure we highlight this part. And then we go back into here, try again, go back down here to the printer config, scroll down in the printer config and make sure that we tell it to talk to the right MCU, Control V to paste that in, save and restart. And now we go back to dashboard. Oh, because the pinouts are all wrong. We need to go grab the right config file. So let's go back to machine. Let's go into the configs, example config. And then we got to scroll down till we find the right board, which we have now an E3V3. We'll copy all of this out of the E3V3. Right click, copy, close that. We could link to it, but I like to actually put the file in the file, if that makes any sense, instead of doing an include. Hollywood North. Schmigadoon. That was the name of the show, right? Schmigadoon? Wasn't that it? Yeah, Schmigadoon. Yep. See, there it is. Ha ha. All right. Now we go back into the printer config. Let's highlight this whole thing here because this whole section is incorrect. So we'll grab all of that. Control. Whoops. Dadgummit. Oh, we got to leave one part. So we'll do this. Control V, paste it to there. Then we know that from this part down, we can steal and get rid of as well. Control V. Whoops. I'm jumping the gun here, guys. I'm getting ahead of myself. I didn't want to Control V twice. Oops. Here we go. Let's delete that part. Now let's copy the MCU out here. Control X to cut. Control V to paste. Delete that out. Now we should just have one. There we go. Save and restart. And now it should work without yelling at me about pins being wrong. And it is. Except for now it's missing all this fun stuff here, which is in the mainsail.config, which we just need to put in an include. So now we'll go back to machine, go back to printer, and then up here at the top, we'll just go enter, back up. Oh, come down. Include, whoops, include space main sail.cfg and save and restart. Come back here. And now all that stuff is done and it's working. And there's that. Now to make sure we have our sensorless homing set up because we did not plug in the end stops. So we're going to do sensorless homing, or we could just plug in the end stops. They are connected and they should. Let's go back into machine, printer config, scroll down. Yeah, it's already got the end stops in there. I could just plug them in real quick. Well, let's do sensorless real quick anyway. Let's sensorless. Setting up and calibrating for sensorless homing. Just trying to remember it's virtual, but I don't remember. There we go. End stop. But it's not. It's going to be 2209s. There we go. End stop pin, virtual 2209. We'll just copy that once. Go back into the printer config. I am sorry, I'm ignoring chat, guys. I'm getting focused. It's only on reality show, reality TV competition show. Remember the 3 R's: retry, reboot, retreat. Yes. The Hulk theme, a request by the printers, past or future. The Hulk theme is actually a theme I did for this guy right up here, my switch wire. I named it the Hulk, and I did a theme for it. Well, that was one of the devices I was going to use until I switched to that one. So I copied all the configs from there onto there, and the theme obviously graduated up there, but that's where it started. So I'm leaving the Hulk theme because he likes the Hulk theme. So. Okay, so now we're going to find our end stops for, wait a minute, X, X, Y, Y, Z, extruder, and where the hell was I that I was seeing elsewhere? Hi. Say hi to the internet? Or are you just going to be weird? You're just going to be weird?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to see your face.
I heard what you told mommy.
About what? You want to talk about this on the stream?
Yeah, you said no. I lost my little girl. Look at the way that she looks like us.
I know. I lost my little girl. You got a boyfriend now. You're not my little girl anymore. You're growing up. I don't like it. I really don't like that you're growing up. You're getting bigger on me. I don't like it. I still love you, though. Don't get me wrong. I still love you.
I still love you too.
I'm going to see if I can steal sensorless off one of my other printers. Let's see. We'll just make it easier. Hulk. We'll go to Hulk real quick.
Anyways, keep up, Girl Scout.
Okay, I love you, honey.
I love you.
I love you more.
I'm sure you do.
I do. I will always love you more. You're always going to be my baby girl. Okay. But yeah, we can just come in here and steal the sensorless stuff out of here. So I don't have to screw it up. See? Grab this part. Hit copy. And actually, that has the same board in it. So that's going to make life easy for me. Yes. Listen to Keela. Hit that damn like button, please. Greatly appreciated. You guys even got like a little heartfelt moment there. She came in and said hi to me. I will take it. Let's make sure I'm putting that in the right spot. End stop pin needs to be set properly. Let's just, you know what? Because it's pretty much the same thing. Let's just steal all this because it's the same board, right? Do I have the SKR Mini E3V3 in there? I believe I do. So let's just steal my X, Y, and Z. Yeah, because I'm using a probe there too. So let's just steal X, Y, and Z real quick. Copy. And then we'll just kind of start with X. It's the nice part about Klipper, guys. X, Y, and Z, grab them all. Control V and paste that in there. And then all I got to do is save and restart. Happy manufacturing. This time you caught me before I'm ending the stream. I'm not ending the stream for a little while yet. We're kind of robbing from Peter to pay Paul. Oh, it's right. The pin number is different. I got to go back and change that because I'm not using a Nighthawk. I'll see here. End stop pin for X is on the GPIO. That's right. It's not. It's going to be the TMC here, but we got to do TMC X. So let's copy this part, paste it here, Control V, and then change this to X instead. There we go. We'll see if our thresholds are the same. Probe Z, virtual end stop. Because the end stop is probe. Actually, it's not. It's actually on the board, but we'll save and restart and see if it yells at me. We'll fix it as we go. We will cross bridges as we go. See, virtual end stop diag, That's going to be on TMC. Virtual end stop requires diag pin config. Okay. I thought we had that in there already, but I guess I did not.
let's see here. Where's my diag pin? X UART address. There it is. This is what we need right here. So we need to make sure we have our diag pin for that one set. Do I have the board up still? Yes, I do. All right, virtual end stop, diag pin, go here for X. X end stop is PC0. So we need to change that to PC0. Come back here. Because this one, the diag pin is a pull up. Copy, come back here. And TXRXUART. That goes right under the TX. Or at least to keep it cohesive. PC0. And then X should be all good through. Let's grab this real quick too. We're just going to grab all of this, right click and copy. Who did what? Nobody. Okay. Thought somebody did something. My bad. Grab this and go up to here. Control V, paste it in. We'll leave it at 100 for now. Let's restart. I can take out the Nighthawk too, by the way, because the Nighthawk is not in that. So let's delete this config real quick. Right click, delete that. No point in keeping the Nighthawk in there. Why did it just delete Moonraker? Oh hell. Didn't want to delete Moonraker. All right, rename. Put Moonraker back. Thankfully, there's a backup file. Rename it. There, Moonraker's back. I wanted to right click and delete that Nighthawk file. Delete. I wasn't paying attention. Thankfully, there was a backup file. So now the backup file is put back. Now we can go ahead and hide the backup files again. There we go. All right. Probe. Unknown command chip name probe. All right. Well, we can just go in here, go to printer config, scroll down. That's going to be under Z. It's not probe. It's going to be PMC. Grab this again. Right click, copy. Oh no, should be probe. Because it's a probe. God, I'm having a moment. Got how you missed it? You're glad it's back? Well, thank you, Tripod. I'm glad that my watching me go crazy is back as well. Yeah, I grabbed one but clicked the other. You are correct. Let's see here. The cooling fans, we'll adjust those as we cross the bridge. Maximum velocities, we'll leave all that for right now. We'll go crazy. We'll leave it. We'll play around with those numbers later. Let's clean this up a little bit real quick too while we're looking through stuff. Extruder. It is funny to me while I'm looking at this. I probably should have just stopped being crazy and pasting that all over the top of everything, because it made it harder for me now. You know what I mean? I could have just left in the parts I needed and copied and pasted over the stuff that I needed to copy and paste over. End stop pin. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? The only one I have that has that. I have one that's already set up, but that's okay. You know what we can do? We can also cheat here. Go back. Let's go into the Hulk and go into the configs. Scroll down. And scroll down to printers. Let's look for Prusa, because Prusa is going to have the proper setup for the proper end stop, or the proper Hey, look, Crucial Mini Plus. That'll work because I can go into Z. Yeah, probe Z. Should be what it is, but let's find out. Yeah, probe Z. That's right. Boom. Save and restart. We're getting the error. Unknown chip or unknown pin chip name probe. Where are you pulling that from? Where are you calling for probe? There's only one place you're calling for probe that I know of. Right here. Probe. Min-max position, Z, reading down, reading down, reading down. There's that, there's that, there's that. Yeah. It's the only config file we're currently using is the mainsail. So I have probe defined in printer. Yeah. I have probe defined for Z. That's it. I'm trying to figure where else I may have something that says probe. And it should be probe, I would think. Should be in the printer config. Yep, I'm in the printer config. Heat break fan, MCU, heat bed, extruder. Probe. Right here for the end stop, it says probe. Not their probe section. Yeah, I'm kind of going back through looking for a probe section. Unless for some reason it's in the mainsail config, because that's the only thing that's included. So let's close this. Let's go into the mainsail config and see if there's anything in here named probe. Set next layer, set pause, present park, extrude client, extrude retract. I copied the where it says probe for Z, but that's the only place where it says probe. And realistically, I'm not using it as a probe. It's not connected to a probe pin. It's actually connected to the Z end stop. So, I mean, technically, it's not even a probe. It's the Z end stop. So realistically, end stop pin is not probe. It's the Z end stop pin, which, according to this, Z end stop pin would be PC2. So let's go back in here. Let's do PC2. Save and restart with PC2 in there, and we'll see what happens. The end stop, position end stop in section Z must be defined. Okay. Guess who's back? Back again. JPP's back. Tell a friend. Oh, heck. What was I needing to define again?
My ADD got me when I started singing. Position underscore end stop and Z must be defined. So position end stop. Thought it was defined. Guess not. Probe. Yeah. This is where I need to have my Bear printer at, because my Bear printer has the damn probe connected already and is already set up with all that fun stuff. I can just steal it from there. But guess what's at work? The Bear. But PC2. Hold on. I'm having another stupid. Position underscore end stop. Oh, it needs to know the position of the end stop as where it's at. Okay. Position end stop. Position end stop. I'm going to fix that later, but position end stop, colon, space, 0. There. Right. Now, position for the end stop is, 0. The hell with it. We'll leave it at 0 for now. We can fix it later. Bear. Yeah, I have a LDO Bear kit. It's a source parts Bear. It's a badass printer. It was given to me by Sacred Etching when they were in business many years ago now. They did a custom one-off etched frame with gears and stuff all over it, kind of a steampunk-esque, because the DB3D logo that I used back in the day was basically my maker coin. So it was a, little gear, said DB3D through it, and that's what I used. So he took that and ran with it and made a geared theme to go along with it. It's pretty awesome. Let's see something now. Let's go to machine. Let's come down here to end stops. They are open. Let's just see something real quick. Let's take this guy up until I know that probe is triggered, or should be triggered. Take it up till it touches the nozzle, and I know it should be closed at that point. There we go. Now let's see if the Z is closed. Nope, still showing opened. Go figure. Printer, come down. Z. Let's put a pull up on it just to see. Now let's restart. And scroll down. Check my end stops. Still nothing. So that's not working anyway. Let's see. Yeah, it's not registering it anyway. Should just plug in the damn end stops and be done, huh? Let's see. It's not even registering the hit anyway. It's getting its 5 volts, but it's staying on. Let me find a metal object to stick closer to the sensor. Yeah, the probe is just staying on now. It's not even going off when something gets close. All right, well. Let's do something, shall we? Let's power this bad boy off. As fun as it would go sensorless, I want to get this thing done, so I'll just wire up all the switch or the end stops real quick. We'll get the probe working though. Don't you worry. I just want to get it moving tonight. So let's see here. Here is X. Goes to X. Y. Goes to Y. I want to make this thing move tonight. I wanted to have Klipper fully installed, but pull that guy, and let's get Z installed. We'll get
the probe wired up after the fact. We will make something happen with that probe. Don't you worry. But there, for right now, that's all out of the way. Kick this bad boy back up. Get the power back in it. Power's back in it. I didn't even have it unplugged. Let's screw that up there a little bit. And then let's get this brought up. Make sure we're somewhat close. Hey, that was pretty damn good guess. There. So for right now, we'll go fix the end stops and put the proper end stops in. Our proper end stop numbers in. Or yeah. Let's see here. Go back to the board. So again, PC0 for X, which I think I did the wrong one. I had PC2. I bet you my dumb ass did the wrong one in there, didn't I? Because X will be end stop pin PC2 or PC0. I think I put PC0 and we'll put, oops, 0. Let's put a pull up on there because I'm pretty sure they're all going to need a pull up. See, because it's got diag pin listed here as the one, but we can comment out the diag pin. UART can get commented out. Now let's go down here. Let's go down here and take a look at where I think I screwed up. Nope, and PC2, and it should be Z PC2 with pull up. So then the next number I need is PC1. So come down here. Wait, there's Z. The fork. X should be PC0. Where's my Y? There we go. Pull up PC1. We can comment that out down here. UART can get commented out. Okay. Now I got an error. Shared UART, unique address, or select pin's polarity. Okay, you know what? Fork it. Let's go back here. Let's close this. We got the end stops hooked up. Let's just go grab the damn generic config and we'll just copy and paste in the file again and start with a working file and then tear it apart from there. Sound good? Sounds good. Control C. Work with a working config file. Come back here. I will recopy the proper in. I don't care at this point. I just want to see this thing talk properly. Grab this. Highlight this guy. Come back here. Highlight this. Control V to paste it in. Save and restart. And there. There's an example Z as end stop config in Klipper. Nice. I'll go look that up in a minute. Right now, though, I just need to go and include the include again. So getting back up here at the top. Include space main sale dot cfg. We'll get back there. Don't worry, Papa. We'll get back there. Right now, I just want to make this thing talk to itself. We can have fun editing things after the fact. Okay, there we go. All right, let's go to machine. Come down. Let's check our end stops. That one's open. Still showing is open. Uh-oh. Let's see.
let's see if they're all going to play that game, because I think I know what I need to do, and my dumbass probably could have just did that to begin with. Yeah, because Z should be closed anyway. Let's put an invert on the pins. Wait, no, because open or closed, they're doing that. So let's give it a reboot. Reboot. All right, rebooting. And while we're at it, let's give the printer a reboot. Reboot it all. When you get to that point where no matter what you think you're doing, sometimes shut up and reboot is the answer. So we make changes, we reboot, we cross our fingers. We cross our fingers, and I'm noticing that I could have swore I said reboot, but my Klipper screen's not doing anything. So let's power it off, power it back on. Klipper screen, my screen is no longer lighting up. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. The Well, let's make sure this thing came back to life, because Klipper screen, it's like my glasses off. Holy hell. Restart session. Yeah, that worked. Hi. Yeah, the Klipper screen is not lighting up. Yes, Bob Carnes, you are correct. Leave it to me to break it. Pretty much everything. Not just a perfectly good screen, but pretty much everything. Dan breaks everything. There we go. We're back in here. I'll deal with the Klipper screen issue after the fact. But there. Now let's see if we go back to machine. Scroll down, scroll down, stops. They're all showing open still, and Z should not be. So let's see. That still is not registering anything on the end stop. All right. Open or close, they're still registering that way, and it's irritating the hell out of me. We got 2 hours in. I may have to. Did I plug them in? Right. Yeah. They're switches. They go in one way. So yeah. I hope I plugged them in right. Plugged X into X, Y into Y, and Z into Z. And if I trip one wrong, it would normally say that. So. It was just plug them in. I mean, I plugged in the end stop switches into the X, Y, and Z on the board. And I copied the default config with all the proper pin locations, so. Yeah, the pin. I mean, I shut it off and plugged them in. I didn't just plug it was hot, so I didn't. Shut off. It was shut off. I did that part. And invert a switch that's not even. Let's see here real quick. Let's do this. Let's restart Klipper screen real quick while we're trying to distract ourselves from other headaches before we create bigger headaches. Like I said, we got 2 hours in. It's almost 7 o'clock my time. Maybe we just call it here and touch base with it again tomorrow and see what happens. But it's just grr, you know. Right click. I'm gonna delete a bunch of unnecessary stuff from. The macros in there after a bit. More fun than hiding there, it's fine. Macros, what macros do we have? We'll play around with the macros. Mike is going wonky. Sorry. It's up on the table again. Sorry. My bad. No, Papa, you're fine. I'm just trying to, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out myself, and the pins, the switches are switches, so it's opened, it's closed. They're plugged into the proper X, Y, and Z on the board, so, you know. Because you want to face setting up your own. Yeah, I understand that. Trust me. I'm just trying to figure out, though, again, like I said, why Z is triggered. So Z should be showing it's triggered, and it's not. But what is the little caret? The little caret is a pull-up. Maybe I take the pull-up off. Let's try that. Do. Take off the pull-up for Y anyway. Let's restart and see what happens with the pull-up off. Very well could be that the pull-up is the problem. Refresh and then click on Y. Refresh. Yep, that's not doing it there. Do I have them plugged in wrong? Let's see. Nope. Still not registering. Yeah, try inverting. Well, I have not. I can try that. I don't know that inverting it'll work because inverting it should just invert open to closed, right? But let's try it. Put the pull up back in. We'll put an exclamation on it. And we'll see if I put it in the right spot this time. Looks like I did. All right, refresh. Oh, look, now it's registering triggered. Maybe that was my problem. And then, nope, because, hold on. Yep. Just inverting it takes it from open to close, but it doesn't change the fact that, yeah. The switch should change the state. You are correct. But it is not. I wonder if it's these switches up here because they are on a PCB. And I wonder if you know, I got to move this over one way or the other because I have S, G, and V. Currently it's connected to V and S. Signal is always going to be needed. Don't think it necessarily needs voltage so much as it needs a ground. So maybe we found our problem. Let's see here. When we plug this in this way, let's move this pin over one. Betcha. Well, let's see if I'm right or wrong here. At this point, anything is better than nothing, right? And if I'm right, it buys me another 20 minutes of streaming, right? There we go. All right. Let's see if I move this over.
and then plug it back in. Now let's just see if when I click on X, no. Nope, nope, nope. I didn't do it. Dang it. One could only hope. Well, it was worth a shot. Anybody else got a thought? The interception, do use the pull up. Yeah, I have them all set to pull up right now, Papa. They should all have a pull up on them. That's what the little up arrow is. It's pull up. So when you hear me say pull up, it's doing a pull up on the pin. That's just indicating the pull up. See, end stop for X has a pull up, end stop for Y has a pull up, and it has an invert. So let's take it back from invert. What mainboard? E3V3. It's a mini E3V3. It's an Ender 5, so let's see here. E3V3 Ender 5 config. Let's see if somebody's got an Ender 5 config already out there that we can maybe snag and borrow. We'll see here. SKR mini E3 Ender 5 config files Marlin. Why would you have a config file for Marlin? I mean, I know why, but SKR mini, see Big Tree Tech, Ender 5 Plus community. I guess I should probably put Klipper config, huh? I always know that nothing is ever going to go as easy as I hope, you know. See here, here's an Ender 5 Plus with the SKR Mini 3D new install. Hey, look, there's BL Touch stuff. Thought this would be the full thing, but it's not. You're supposed to be teaching me stuff. That's why I'm watching. Well, you're learning through my mistakes. You are learning through my mistakes. Read more. Yeah, see, same there, same there. Hey, there is one thing I can do real quick. Copy this part out of here. That's for the Pro, but this is for the screen. So, like, I can grab this part right here, hit copy, come back here. Let's make the screen work. So that's one last thing on my list while I'm looking at it. Control V, save and restart. Let's see if it comes up. Hey, the screen's up. This is working now. Ta-da! Just that simple. No compile and reconfigure and recompile and reboot and upload and all that fun stuff. Just copy it in, paste it, restart firmware, done. Screen works. So there's one problem solved. We have the screen working now. Have dummy values for you to optimize. Yes. Copy on Linux. We already know that now. Let's see something. Examples, generic. Printer. Creality. Ender 5, F5S1, Ender 5 Pro. It's really nothing in here I'm going to need because this is just for the Ender 5 Pro, but I just want to compare. The end stops are just a pull-up just a pull up, and just a pull up. Okay. Well, I guess while I'm taking a break from that, let's go in and look at some things here. Min and max position is 235, 235, and on the Z is 250. And what does, did I close that? No, here's this one. Let's scroll back up and let's see what they had for numbers. 220, 220, and 300. So while I'm thinking of it, and so I don't screw up later, 220, max position is 300 it says, but I guarantee it's close for like 2 something. So we'll fix that later when we finally get end stops working, but we'll make it 220, 220, and 300. Save and restart. Then our min and max are set. And stops, refresh. Z should be tripped, 280. It's kind of what I'm thinking. It's 2 something. 280 sounds about right. We'll set it to 280. We'll leave it at 300. We'll go over for now, and then we'll dial it back. Let's see here. SKR mini E3. Whoops, not D3. E3, B3, end stops not working. Check the end stop pinout config. Trying to get the problem. Triple check wiring. Try different firmware. I guess I should also put Klipper in there, huh? Not working Klipper. Look at that. It's like the computer's listening to me or something, huh? Look, AI is telling me to do something. Should we be silly and let's check the AI here? What's it say? Check the config, config, incorrect setting, using BL Touch or CR Touch. I'm not using that. However, virtual end stop Z is what I need to do for that. So instead of probe, I needed to make it say virtual end stop. So there's that. But I don't know that they were working with the other firmware anyway. They're identical in size? Could be. From 5-pin to create a 2-pin can be connected to the ZN stop, the remaining 5. This can be connected to a dedicated port with only 3 wires. Watch this video from Aurora Tech. Look at that, they're recommending I watch the Aurora Tech video. End stops, Klipper firmware issue. 5-volt pins work. Sounds like you're miswired them though. 2 of the 3-pin. Think here. This Hulk is all no, not pinned. Let's go back. Scroll up. And touchscreen BL Touch. Fluid. For 5 years running, by the way. That's great. For the X homing issue, finished out, or it should be 235.0. Yes. Let's take a look though. End stop is a pull up and see PC. I am wondering though. Man, guys, I don't know. Oh shit, you're right, Papa. I still have the jumpers on there for the diag for sensorless. Shit. Duh. Let's go back here because you've got your diag jumpers right here. And then yeah, that's the stupid. I have the diag jumpers on for X, Y, and Z. I can take the damn jumpers off. Papa, thank you. You are a smart man. I don't care what anybody says about you, Papa. I think you are a smart man. Let's power this down and pull those jumpers off real quick. Power down. There we go. Pull the power so I don't accidentally power it back on. Flip this thing on its side. Grab my little cutters here. Let's pull these jumpers out. Jumper 1. Jumper 2. Jumper 3. All right, jumpers are out. Pick it back up. Set it back down. Plug the power back in. Power back on. Okay. Let's go restart the firmware now that it aired out. Let's go back in here. Close that. Scroll up. Click here. Restart firmware. Dun dun dun. Now, let's go back and restart. And let's see. Hey, X is triggered. Y is triggered. And Z is triggered. Yes! Papa, you are awesome. Thank you for reminding me I'm an idiot. So there you go. Papa's the man. Everybody give Papa some kudos in chat. Thank you for being awesome, Papa. That being said, let's go ahead and try and home things and see what directions everything moves in. Let's make sure everything is moved into the center, so if anything is wrong, we can stop it in time. All right, we're going to home them one at a time. X, going the wrong way. So we got to invert X. Let's see if Y needs to be inverted. Yep, Y needs to be inverted, which let's move Z down, but I bet you Z is going to fall down too, which means we got to invert Z, but let's make sure. Yep, Z is going the wrong direction. So X, Y, and Z all need to be inverted. That's easy enough to do. We come in here, click on printer, scroll down to our direction pin, and we need to uninvert the direction for X, uninvert the direction for Y, and for Z, we need to invert the direction pin, which is an exclamation or a bang, depending on where you're at in code. Look at that. Good job, Papa. See, look, Papa, only one person is giving you kudos in chat. Thank you, Digital Dragon, for participating in chat. You are awesome, good sir. Everybody give Digital Dragon some kudos in chat for participation. And also just push print too, because he said fixed it. So there we go. All right, here we go though. Ready? Now we're going to home them all because I have a feeling says they should be good. Okay, it's coming across. Hits, stops, goes back, hits, stops, and is coming up and should hit and stop, which means we now have proper movement in all directions hitting the end stops, which means the end stop section of it is working. Maybe we'll go crazy and put jumpers back on. All right, there we go. Everything homed in the proper direction. Everything hit an end stop and stopped. You try to pay attention every once in a while. Hey, not a problem. Pat on the back, Papa. Yes, Papa, if you're coming to Murph, I'll give you a pat on the back. You are coming to Murph, right, Papa? Was that a yes or no? Yes, right now, Digital Dragon, I'm with you. Leave it alone. It's working. However, I do want to at least get the probe portion of it working. The problem with the SKR Mini E3V3 is I'm going to have to take the Z end stop to make the probe work. But We can deal with that, cross that bridge later. We have it moving. Now let's make sure that it is heating up. So let's give it 210 on the hot end. Okay, there it goes. Extruder is heating up. Let's hit the bed too. So let's take the bed up to 60. There we go. Bed's heating up. So there we go. Hot end and bed both heating up now. We can do the lead screw adjust. I've got the numbers written on a post-it note floating around here somewhere. I may have dropped it inadvertently. But I have a post-it note written down where all the lead screws are. It is around this mess somewhere. So we can always set up the Z tilt or the Z lead screw adjust or the Z tilt adjust, Z screw tilt adjust or whatever the hell it's called. We can do that and then do the manual adjusting because we have that, and then that would be nice. We can have that macro set up. If it doesn't go back to him with a probe, it doesn't go back to him with a probe, but it'll have a brand new board and it'll be running Klipper, and I will try to figure out why my screen stopped working. I'm wondering if it's the ribbon cable. This ribbon cable is twisted going in there because I did mount this with the Pi this way. I had to flip the cable to make that work. So I'm wondering if maybe this cable got damaged, or if I just maybe pulled the cable out a little bit too much and it lost connectivity. I will cross that bridge and play with that later. But for now, the Pi works. The screen on here works. It heated up to 210 on the nozzle. We can do some measuring to make sure that 10 millimeters in X, Y, and Z are 10 millimeters in X, Y, and Z, and then we can also make sure that 100 millimeters of filament being extruded is 100 millimeters of filament being extruded. We can go down that path. You had to convert colors, might not right. What? Hold on. Oh, screw tilt adjust. Yes. You want to, but you're driving. It's not so good. Ah, yes. Oh, you know what else too? That's what it was. I twisted the dial and turned the brightness down on the display, guys. The screen is working just fine. Oh, look at all the problems we're solving. Granted, I created the problems, but I solved the problems I created. Look, it's working just fine. Like if I hit move, and then I hit home, and then I hit all. Look, bump, bump, and bump. Look at that. The screen's just fine. Yes, I will. There you go. There's a face palm. Guys, again, I've been doing this for 2 hours now. We fixed most of the problems that I created for myself. That being said, it's weird. My stream time, oh, there it is. 2 hours, 32 minutes. 2 hours, 32 minutes. But anyway, that being said, if you guys like what you see and you want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. Click the link down below, $2.99, $4.99, or if you're completely insane, $24.99 a month. You can click the link and do that. If you want to be super awesome, you can gift some memberships to others in the community. Feel free to do that as well. There's the $2.99, the $4.99, or if you're really crazy, you can give some $24.99s if you really want to. Feel free to do that. There's also Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal down there. Click on any one of those. I get the money now. Helps me put gas in the tank to get my butt to work. Or pay some bills if I have gas in the tank already. Helps me pay some bills. Keeps the lights on. Hopefully, fingers crossed, keeps the lights on. Hopefully. But anyway, blue becomes yellow, black becomes red. Ah.
The wires change colors from the connector.
Yes, they did. However, the only thing is the way they're wired coming down from the probe, if you remember, is the 5-volt is the only one that's separate. The other two are connected to the ZN stop. So two of them are being seen as a switch regardless. It's just the one is the 5-volt, and that's the one that I connected to the 5-volt for the, I was just pulling 5 volts off of the extruder end stop. So I'm just pulling 5 off of that. It's not actually doing anything more than pulling 5 volts, and then it was still using the Z to trigger it. And it's working now. I'm not gonna worry about it. The problem I may have been having was probably because I was using the actual Z jumper or the Z end stop for the probe, and I had the jumper on there, if you remember correctly. So I was not using a virtual, I was using the actual end stop as a probe, and my dumbass had the jumper on it. We just took the jumper off. Pretty sure if I plug it back in, maybe things will be a little different. Just saying. So as soon as we pulled those jumpers, it clicked in my head, hey, stupid, you were using the Z pin as your probe, and you had it set for sensorless on Z. It wouldn't have worked as a probe. Yeah, now you see what I'm saying. Like, it was my own stupid. That's probably what it was. We'll cross that bridge at a later time. Right now, it's moving, it's heating, and let's make sure the fan up top on the hot end is plugged in correctly, I think. Let's let that cool down now. The part cooling fan is not on, but it says that it is, which leads me to believe that I have to flip-flop 2 of the pins. Let's see here. Let me look on the board. Let me go to board diagram. For the fans, we have fan 0, fan 1, and fan 2. I have the part, or the hot end cooling fan is currently connected to 0. And then the part cooling fan is connected to 2. So let's make sure that we get those right in the config. So 0 is hot end, part cooling is 2. Please remember that. See, hot end, 0, part cooling 2. I'm putting it in chat, so I hopefully will be able to find that easier. Now we just need to know that fan 0 is PC6. So hot end should be PC6. Let's go back into the config file. Printer config, scroll down to the fans. And where are they? Here we go. Okay. Heat break cooling is set to PC7. Controller fan is PB15. And then 6 is the regular fan. So let's go back to here. Let's see something. Let's go to machine, or no, let's go to dashboard, scroll down. Where are, oh, here we go. Yep. So that worked for that. Good. The part cooling fan is there. The controller fan is saying it's on, and the heat break cooling fan. So I should have these correct. Wow, talk about one thing going right. Because PC7 and then PC6 and then PB15 will be the controller fan. Holy shit, without actually knowing, I plugged those in right. Wow. Holy hell. Freaking miracle that I did something right.
Like, holy hell. Now I got to crimp on a 2-pin and plug in the part cooling fan because on the other board I wired the controller fan directly in. But, you know, now I can at least re-crimp on an end and plug it into the board. So, holy shit, without knowing I did something right. If that's worthy of anything, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App down below, memberships, stickers, super chats, all that fun stuff, guys. All right. That's enough whoring. I need money, but I'm done whoring. Because then it just becomes annoying and you guys don't want to come back because it seems like all I'm doing is being a whore. Dirty, dirty. Anyway, PayPal. Who sent me PayPal? Thank you to whoever it was. Let me look. Let me see. I'm going to shout you out. Unless it was my wife. In which case, I'll still shout her out. It's not telling me who sent it. What the hell, PayPal? PayPal's not telling me who sent it. Hold on. Oh, Tripod's Garage. Haha. You didn't tell me not to. Thank you, Tripod. You the man. Now I can get me a fountain pop. Just kidding. I gotta go to work tomorrow. I need gas for the tank. Ugh. Stupid bills. If I'd used a probe to control, it would be working now. Very well could be, Papa. Is this you trying to drag this out and get me to do more stuff because you don't want the stream to end yet? Is that what you're doing? Is that what I'm hearing from Papa? Is like, hey, shut it down, plug in those wires real quick and see if the probe starts working. Because that's kind of what it sounds like, Papa. Just throwing that out there. I mean, I can definitely try it. It'd only take a few minutes, right? We could try it. It would only take a few minutes. The wires are already there. Just gotta power it down. Plug in the wires. See what happens. Let's power it down. Unplug this. The probe is still there. The wires are still there. So technically, it should. Let's see. There's Z. Okay. Now I need the 5 volts off of this. Sounds like my wife's coming back out here. No, sounds like it's not my wife, it's my daughter. She's bringing the dog in. Oh, okay. Well, I love you. You can give me a hug? Okay. Give me a second. You guys get to see my one daughter, kind of. She's still a little too tall for the frame, but there's my daughter. One of my daughters. I have 4.
Okay, I love you.
Okay, I love you too, hon. Yeah, you can leave him in here. He's fine. This is my other doggo, Chewbacca. So for those of you who got to see the puppies earlier, there's my doggo, Chewbacca. He's a blue heeler. And for those who know blue heelers, you get one of 2. You don't really get it in between. It's 1 or 2. And I got the ornery dog that likes to protect his herd. Didn't I, Chewbacca? Okay. Now let's see. Yep, it goes off, it comes on. Goes off, it comes on. I got to lower the probe a little bit though, because it's got to get way up on the build plate before it registers. So it's just a matter of loosening that screw a little. Let's put a little piece of metal up under there. Yep. Yeah, it's working. So let's loosen this a little bit. I think that's the right size. Nope, wrong one. I got to loosen it and drop the probe a little bit. I'd rather have to loosen the probe, loosen it and drop the probe a skosh. Let's see. Nope, still too big. Gotta go smaller yet. Jeepers. Okay, loosen this up a little. Back that out some. So guess what? We can most likely use the probe. Let's see. That's probably too low. Let's bring this up. Yeah, the probe is pretty much slapping the bed now. So we went a little too far. I'll just wedge that in there. Lift it up just a skosh. Bring that back up till the nozzle touches. Let's loosen this.
Let's bring this back some, so it's not hitting that end stop switch. I mean, it can hit the switch. I don't care. It's not going to hurt nothing, but. Bring it up till the nozzle touches the bed. Pop this in here. There we go. Now we'll pull the probe back a little bit and drop it down until it goes off when the nozzle's on the bed. There. And bring it down. Okay. As it comes off the nozzle. Yep. Now we'll tighten that back down. Papa, look at you. The probe is working now as an end stop anyway. Super chat from Papa, $2. Thank you, brother. 5th super chat on a live stream. Thank you for being lucky number 5. There we go. All right. Now it'll just be a matter of telling it that the end stop is the probe. But there we go. Whoops, we knocked stuff down. All right, let's make sure that Z homes without an issue. So let's go back here now. Let's reset or restart. We'll just do a restart. I could have just restarted the firmware, but that's okay. Oh, my daughter left, so my phone blew up my thing there. Yeah. Not familiar with that breed. Blue heelers, you either get a very ornery dog or a very friendly dog. Our dog is very protective, so he's very ornery. Except for when he's out walking with Daddy. When he's out walking with Daddy, he don't care, huh? Oh, old man. Oh, old man. Yeah. Call you old man, you know, because, you know, you're what, 4 now? Yeah, you're like 4. But he's a good boy. He doesn't like having 2 little sisters now. His 2 little sisters drive him nuts. Huh? Oh, did you just snarl at me because I said little sisters? Huh? Yeah, good. But yeah, so he's a blue heeler. He's one of the ornery dogs. By the way, Just Push Print. See you later, brother. Sorry. Now let's go ahead and home all and we'll see what happens. There goes X coming across. Click, click. Y, click, click. And came up, met the probe, and went back down. And then came back up to the probe. So there we go. I do have to drop the probe a little farther, though. I notice the nozzle is making some good contact. However, now it's just a matter of telling it that the probe, the ZN stop is the probe. So let's loosen that back up real quick. We're going to drop that probe down just a little bit more. I'd rather tell it to go negative like 5 than have the nozzle keep crashing just to register. You know what I mean? Is anybody picking up what I'm putting down? Probably not, because I don't know if I'm picking up what I'm putting down and I'm the one saying it. Let's loosen that. Okay, shove that guy in there to loosen that up. There. Because we can tell it to go negative 10 for all we care. It's not going to hurt nothing, except for gouge the bed if you go too far. Tighten that. There we go. All right, now when it homes, it should home. Let's see. Yeah, I don't have the cardboard boxes over here today, so let's just go to the main camera big. Then you guys can kind of see it up here. I'm going to tell it to home all again. Head moved, and then now it's dropping down and coming up, and it's stopping off of the nozzle. So there we go. The nozzle was on the bed, and the probe is now off just a little bit. So, yeah, your male Yorkie has become very jealous. Yeah. You got 2 females you brought? Yeah, I know. His thing is his breed is a herding dog. He's an Australian cattle dog is another name for him. So by default, it's in his genes just to be very like herding and protecting. Like when the puppies are doing dumb stuff, he snaps at them, but he's not biting at them. He actually turns his head sideways and snaps over their backs because the snapping sound is supposed to scare them. So, but they're puppies and they're dumb. I love them, but they're dumb. They do dumb puppy stuff, and sometimes they need it being adjusted, you know. But yeah, so the blue heeler Australian cattle dog, same thing, same dog. But there we go. We have stuff moving. That's good. Now let's go into our macro screen. Let's go back here because I wanna go to bed. It's 7:30. I've been getting up later or going to bed later and getting up earlier, but we need to make sure that our macros are in there for our print start and our print end. We got our load filament and unload filament. Let's see, what length are we running here? We're doing feed 100, 100, 100, extrude 40, 30, and 25. We're going to tell it to extrude way more than that now. And then to unload, we're going to tell it to extrude way more than that. Because we need to go quite a bit farther. We'll need to figure that part out. Here, now that we homed it, let's go back to dashboard. Let's see what our movements are. Because that's another simple thing we can just knock out tonight before I end the stream. We can check our movement lengths and make sure that 10 is 10 and 20 is 20 and all that good jazz. But let's get the longer ruler out. Get the big old LDO Voron one out here that's got West 3D on it. So for those of you who know West 3D, Lee Marie 3D, and the West 3D crew. We are at 231. So we're going to move it 10. I'm just going to use the old Klipper screen here because it's right here. Move X. We are all the way to the back. So we're going to go negative. Let's tell it 10. Oh, it's out of range. Okay, so we're going to go positive. There we go. So we should be at 221 now. And we are, it was at 231. It's 221. Yep, so 10 is 10 there. Now let's take a look here. We're at 262. So we're going to move 10 in the positive. Now we should be at 252. We are at 252. So there's that. Those are good. Let's take a look here in the back. We are at, from our measuring point, 25, 26. Oh, my eyes are playing tricks on me. Yeah, we are at 26. So we're going to go down 10. Oh, sorry, we got to go up 10 because everything is kind of inverted here. We were at 26 and our Z is not right because we told it to go to 20. So we told it to go 10, and it went to 30, 31. So it only moved. So it was at 26 and it went to 31. So it only moved 5. So it moved half that distance. So we can fix that with a little calculator that's on the old World Wide Web. Give me a second here. Let me go pull the calculator up real quick. Printing stuff, scroll down. Grab the little website that has the calculator in it. Rotational distance calculator. Copy that link. Minimize all that. Let's close up some of these windows now. Close that one, close that one, close that one, close that one, close that one. And paste and go. There we go. That's what we're doing. We're taking care of travel measurements right now because we have our Z is not proper. So I'm going to zoom this in some so you can see a little better. But what we're going to do is previous rotation distance, which I need to get out of here. So we go into machine, config, go down to Z, and then our Z rotational distance is set to 8 currently.
So we're going to come back here, we put 8 in. The actual extruded distance was 6. The requested was 10. Now let's calculate. And then we scroll down here. It tells us that we need to change our rotational distance now to 4.8. So we come back here to rotational distance. What I like to do, so I know what my default was, I just comment that part out and then Control V and paste that in. Good afternoon, Filament Vic. Afternoon for you is evening for me. But there we go, 4.8. Save and restart. We'll go back to the dashboard. We'll home everything again. And then we'll give it a minute to click, and put the bed away. Okay, now we're going to double check our starting measurement to make sure that we are still at 26. Okay, now we're going to tell it to move Z positive 10. Started at 26, and we are now at, let me see here. We are at 35, so we're short by 1 millimeter. So now we'll go adjust again. So we come back to rotational distance. Previous rotational distance is 4.8. Actual distance was 9. Requested was 10. And calculate. Scroll down. 4.32. Oh, Chewbacca, you knocked some Chromebooks on the ground that are broken anyway. Thank you, bud. He's sitting here licking and he's vibrating this tote that had a couple of Chromebooks on top of it that wasn't sealed right. But they were broken anyway. Rotational distance calculator for Klipper extruder. Yes, it does say extruder, but it does measure rotational distance across the board. I don't know why they put for extruder on there like that, which will be the next thing we need to check, is to make sure it's extruding properly. So maybe we'll heat it up and tell it to throw 100 through and see what we get. But let's paste that in at 432. Save and restart. You're in the same place? Yeah. This rotational distance calculator for Klipper extruder, it still works for all the directions. It's not just for that. But, hey, you know what? If you know what you're doing, you can make it work, right? That's nice. It's awesome. All right. We did that. We did that. Let's home everything again. And then we will move our Z. Once it's done, we'll make sure our start is correct, that it stops in the same place, and we get the same starting number again. 26. All right. Now move Z10 plus. And we are at 36. There we go. Yes. Now the only thing that's left to do is make a mark on some filament at 100 millimeters and see if we get 100 millimeters through it when we push it. And I push my filament hot and through the extruder. I don't care which way you do it, whatever works best for you. But for me, I always feel as though forcing the filament through the hot end gives me the best result, because it's actually what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, with the force of the filament being extruded, am I getting the 100 millimeters? Some guys will tell you just run it open air and push 100 through it. That's great, but you're not getting any resistance. In my head, I see it as you're not getting the resistance of the filament being forced through the extruder, so that could potentially throw off your numbers. So I want to know, am I getting 100 millimeters out of that hot end? So I will heat up the hot end. I will mark it at 100 and tell it to go. That's me. Some guys, like I said, they'll tell you just take the Bowden tube off, or, you know, whatever the case may be. Take your nozzle out if you're direct drive, whatever. They'll tell you just do that and push 100 millimeters through it. 100 millimeters, 100 millimeters. It is, but I want to know that back pressure, all that fun stuff, that I'm getting 100 millimeters out the tip of that nozzle like I'm supposed to be. So that's me. Heat it up, run it through.
Like I said, to each their own, though. You do what works best for you. I will not tell you, but I will tell you that's how I do it, and you choose to use that information as you see fit. This is a digital dragon trick right here. Put a piece of tape at the 100 mil, or in this case 10 centimeters, which is 100 millimeters. See, Filament Vic, you agree. 100 millimeters out the nozzle. Let's move this out of the way. Stick this right up against the extruder. I'm going to pull the filament down off of there for a minute so I can get in here a little easier. We'll butt this right up. Pull the filament right down the side. Stick the piece over the filament. Pinch it and pull it away. Now I got a piece of tape that's exactly at the 100. I don't have to worry about thickness of the filament or the thickness of the marker playing a factor. Move that out of the way a little bit. There is a difference. Did it both ways today. Nice. See, so you understand why I choose to do it the way I choose to do it. Let's heat the hot end up to 210 because that's about where I'm going to be at. Because it was 3 millimeters short of 100. Yeah. You know. But yeah, so I stole that little tip from Digital Dragon. I know he's probably not here anymore, but I stole that little tip from him. It is the way I like to do it. The tape on the filament, it seems to be more accurate because you're putting the tape right against the line. Wrap it around your filament, pinch it, and then you can just pull the ruler away and then squeeze it on there. It works. At least for me, it has worked. It works for him, it works for me, and again, Filament Vic, you're with me on this one. Push the filament through the hot end so you get the most accurate result. You did the test today, so you saw that there is a difference. So that being said, take that information as you will, people going forward, and do with that as you will. Yes, if you didn't know, you came in at the right time. All right. We're up to 183, 185, 186, 87, 88, 89, 90. Once I get up to the 210 mark, which is about my normal printing temp on a printer that runs at this stock speed, 220 is the temp I've been running on pretty much all the other printers now because they run faster. So 220 for PLA is what I've been running. But on this guy, knowing how slow it's going to push to start, we'll start at 210. Multiple X numbers. Yeah. All right. Now we're going to come up here and we're going to tell it to extrude 50 at 5 because hopefully we can pull off 5. No, wait, we might get jumping. We'll go to 2. We'll go slow. We'll take our time with this and we'll tell it to extrude 50 once and 50 twice. Now we'll watch as it pulls the filament in and not out. So hey, I didn't have to mess with the extruder. The extruder's direction was correct. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, it is going. We'll see how close, or if it pulls the tape up, then we know it's going too far and we can mark back a little farther and then send it through again. But I marked it right at 100. It's getting there. We may be going too far. We may have to mark and do it again. Nope, it stopped short. How short did it stop? It stopped short by... Stopped short by 1, 2, 3, 4. Stopped short 4 millimeters. So now we'll go back to that calculator after we find out what our rotational distance is. So let's go into printer config, go down to extruder. Our rotational distance is 33.5. So we'll go back here. Rotational distance 33.5. Actual distance extruded, it was short by 4, so 96. Requested was 100.
calculate and scroll down to 3216. We'll copy that. And again, I'm going to comment out the original value just because it's always nice to have it there if you ever need to fall back. Today, the nozzle multiple X was 0.94 without the nozzle and 1.06. Test pallet correct, or test pallets correct. 2 different rotational distance in your config, one with and one without nozzle. Nice. Well, you know. But there we go. There's that. Save and restart. Once it restarts, we'll go heat the thing back. We'll throw the 210 at it. Whoops. Whoa. 210. Get that thing heating back up to 210 again. And then we will swap out the little sticker here. Rip that guy away. And we'll put another one on. I put my arm on it. So I found it. Let's get a little piece off here. Grab the ruler. Same thing. Start at the... We're going to go a little shy. We're going to go 105, guys. So we should have 5 mils. Just on the off chance it went too far. We know it got close. We're going to go 105. It's 5 millimeters in our favor. So if it's right, I should have 5 mils left when I'm done. Put this up to the filament. Roll it over the edge. Oops. Make sure we're still in the right spot because it just shifted away. There we go. Okay. And then we'll make sure, we'll double check the sticky. Yep. All right. 105. Now we'll full send it. That number change was very minimal, so it should have only been a minuscule movement or a minimal difference. But on the off chance that it's not, for whatever reason, 52, extrude, extrude. Yes, I know I could always tell it to just to extrude 100, but it gets mad. I just hit extrude twice on 50 and let it go. Still at it. I applaud the determination. Yes, Stephen, we are still at it. Just kind of letting things go, man. We've got all of our distances moving about where they need to be so that they are correct. We had to adjust Z and the extruder. But X and Y were correct right out the gate, which was nice. And now we're just patiently waiting to see if I have 5 millimeters left sticking out when this is done moving, which should be any second now. And we are right at 5. Look at that. Perfect. All right. We are extruding the exact amount. We are moving X, Y, and Z in the exact distances. So that being said, everything there is now correct. Tomorrow we will play around with getting the macros set up and throwing a print at it. So at 3 hours and 7 minutes, an hour longer than I planned, because I said, oh, we'll just try this real quick and we'll just do that, Wait, I thought the Ender had Marlin on it yesterday. It did. Filament Vic, it did have Marlin on it yesterday. It also had the Mini E3V2 1.2 in it yesterday. Today it has the Mini E3V3 in it. We have Klipper installed. We have Klipper screen running on a Pi 4. So I'll have to find a case or an enclosure to put this all in, to then put it somewhere here. But yeah, so we are now running Klipper. And I left the Hulk theme because he said he liked it. So you did miss a lot, Vic, but that's okay. Guys, I do thank you for coming in and hanging out. Thank you for spending time with me. It is now 8:00 p.m., about an hour later than, or at least a half an hour later than I planned on being up. I was planning on being in bed by 7:30. It's now 8:00. So I'm going to bed. I have to get up and go to work early. So hopefully I can get home early so that we can have a stream again tomorrow around the same time, start around 4:30.
and then we'll start around 4:30 if all goes well. 4:30 Central Standard. So, start about the same time, and we will work on it. Phil and Vic, thank you for the $5. Greatly appreciated. Thank you for the sticker. I will keep it up. Don't you worry. We will stream tomorrow. Shenanigans. Hello and see ya. Dude, you just got here, brother. Hey, Central Standard Time. 4:30-ish is what I'm hoping to start, but between 4:30 and 5 most likely, but it may even be earlier. It might be 4 o'clock tomorrow. It's whenever I can get out here, sit down and fire it up. I'm trying to keep it around 4:30. But yeah, I'm not going to do the typical Midwest goodbye and take any longer because I've already done the typical Midwest goodbye for the last half hour. But you guys, the usual, stay out of trouble, stay out of jail, happy 3D printing and all the things. This isn't Twitch, so there's no rating off. So I will talk to you guys all later. Have a good one. And tomorrow, macros and tuning and getting that probe as the Z to work properly. So, all right. Bye, guys. Have a good night.